to try to make the Jamaica team.
Mm-hmm.
Is the 200. I'll tell my
The
coach, guess
200.
what? This is where the need is. There's a need, and this is where I think I can make the team. Why compete against 20
Oblique.
persons
Why
that
complete
going
again?
so? Yeah,
Yeah, Oblique and Kishane and Akeem. And the thing about Jamaica sprinting is that when you find three people at the top in our
they stay at the
sprinting,
top.
believe me, they are there for more than a decade.
You're fighting an uphill task right there. I think it's the mindset. But it comes with the mindset again where can we take it back to champs? That prime event on a Friday night is the 100 meter. Any young young man that going up to champs, he wants to be in that key marquee event Friday night. The marketability, as you said, is different. Maybe we need to market the 200 meter differently. Maybe we spoke about Grand Slam earlier in the back. Grand Slam brought a different twist to it. So we have to bring back the excitement to an event to let people want to go back to the event. As you said, I prefer run 100 because I like the limelight. I want that excitement. Is the first thing that somebody will sponsor. The 100 meter, not the 200. And that's what it is. And we see it in boys and girl champs where Friday night everybody goes to the stadium. If you ask them when is the 200 meter finals, they might not even tell you what day it's gonna run on. But if you ask them when is the 100 meter final, Friday night or Thursday night, wherever it is right now. So it's pretty much going back down to the grassroots and start building that love for that distance. Because if we don't do that, we're going to be in problem.
I think we need to be. I had Coach Maurice Wilson here last week, Friday night, and he said something that I think a lot of coaches need to be telling their athletes. He said he looked at Zandrian Barnes and said, "Look, this is where the 400 is at. If you know you're not going to run, you cannot run this time, or you're going to run this time. Concentrate on the relay too. Do not leave the relay out of your thing because the relay might be the place where you're able to get a medal." Let us welcome Coach's Desk. Coach's Desk is in the building. Coach Minzy, welcome, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing well enough. Seem to be having a challenge with my camera. I don't know why,
Yes, you're
but
buffering a little bit. You're buffering a little bit, but welcome. I hope you get it sorted out to come and
I'm going
share.
to have to use a different camera. You're hearing me though, right?
Yeah, I'm hearing you and I'm
Okay.
seeing you also. I'm seeing you. Welcome, welcome. With us, we
Big up
have,
everybody in the chat and
yes,
the panel.
yes.
Lessons.
We have
Okay, well,
Akil on the building. We also have Xavier and Latoya from Track and Field Topnet, another colleague of ours in the business. And we're here talking about the 200, just about to move on to the hurdles. And, we're just looking at the athletes who are in the event, where the event is, why are we struggling, especially, on the men's side. Why is it that athletes seem to be shying away from the 200? And I love the 200 so much. That curve, running that curve is so sweet. But just give us your take on that before we move on to the hurdles.
I mean, I guess the people would have said everything in regards to whatever the audience want to hear. But yeah, my take on this 200, I am not too happy with it. I think we have moved away from norm where we were actually a doubles country. That's what I am used to, you know. And I don't know when and how we somewhat changed, but it happened. And to me, it really kind of give our track and feel a little flatline, so to speak, wanting of a better term. But I just hope that with a Brian level, some persons can, get back into the event and try to push the double so that, I mean, the double is always difficult to complete, but we have seen where it has happened over the years. And what I'm used to as even as a coach myself, if you do the 200 and you have endurance, you do the 4-2. If you do the 100 and you're fast enough, you're also going to be doing the 200 meters. So I don't know what has happened, but there, I hope that there's some sort of change going forward, because we can't take the 100-meter athlete alone.
Yeah, it's funny that it's either you were listening to us before or you have one of those mind, because that's what we were talking about earlier. The doubling, we're used to athletes doubling, and of course, we reel off an entire book of names coming from as far back as the 1980s.
Well, it
You
has
know,
been something that I've been always talking about, So I guess we are all of the same mind. So
yeah,
we will be saying the same thing. I've
indeed.
always been saying it on my platform.
Indeed, indeed. We want some more of that to come back. But let us move down now to the sprint hurdles. Let us talk about in the 200, we talk about the women first. So now in the hurdles, let us talk about the men first in the sprint hurdles. Our team doesn't look like how it would normally look, because our Olympic champion is not there, and our Olympic bronze medalist in Hansel Parchment. Hansel Parchment is reserved, so he might not get there. Broadbell, who won the bronze at the Olympic Games last year, he's out because of injuries. He actually got injured at the championship, the national championship. The qualifying mark 13.27. All the men attained the qualifying mark down to Parchment. World lead is 12.87. Cardell Tinch, gentlemen, gentlemen, the sprint hurdles. Talk to me, gentlemen. Come on, gentlemen.
It's an event that I don't like to predict,
Yeah.
but Cardell is been smooth all season, and if we go by consistency, I Cardell is the person in pole position to win. When it comes to our team, um, we're open that we see a good showing, just for them to be consistent, go over all the hurdles, and see where it takes them. Because, be honest, sub 13 is where you're looking at when it comes on to the male hurdles right now. Um, Not taking away anything from our hurdle athletes, because they are really good hurdlers, but sometimes we have to call a spade, and being practical, as you said.
Mhm.
This event is going a little bit further than what Jamaicans are producing at this time.
Coach, what do you think about young Demario Prince? He was just in high school not so long ago. I don't know how many of you remember what happened at the Bahamas Carifta Games, but Demario Prince, formerly of St. Jago, seemed to be rounding into form nicely. Your thoughts on his 13.12?
Boy, if you're gonna ask me thoughts about them Mario, then remember somebody that I know enough. I'm afraid with seeing him at training and over these years. Incidentally, he was a long jumper too, He used to do well in long jump. I both did the hurdles and the long jump. Um, the potential was always there. I think he's one of those smooth hurdlers. And if you notice, the hurdlers from St. Jago, they have always been smooth, from a Rashid Broadbell to
Mm-hmm.
Vasiana and
Mm-hmm.
now Prince, and there are others. So I am really looking for him to do well. I think he's very fast. He's very technical. Um, he has had some challenges in the past, like you mentioned. Um, I would hope that he would have gotten over that. He displayed a little bit of it. I don't know if it happened over in Bahamas there when at the knockout, but he went on to win the knockout game,
Mm-hmm.
barring all of that issue. So I'm looking forward for him to do well. He really stepped up his game in the NCAs. He was at. I think he did well as a freshman at Bale, and then grew into the other year. So he's doing well. Recently signed a NIL. So
Woohoo! I love to hear that.
obviously we know that something will go on very soon for him, especially if he makes it to the finals of the of the World Championship. Um, I mean, when we talk about these athletes and what we expect, persons say that we are putting pressure on them. I don't think it is pressure. I think is the expectation that we have as fans and persons who who love the sport. So I'm really looking for him to do a pretty decent job. Um, yeah, if he can refine whatever he needs to refine going into Tokyo, then I think he has a very big chance of at least making it to the finals. Um, Hurdles is a rhythmic event. I
Mhm.
would hope that he would have gotten some more races, but he went to the knockout games and he did well. I really see Tinch though and the reigning champion. They are going to battle it out. He's not so hot where he's at right now, but Tinch is really consistent
Is the man to beat.
doing, and he's the man to beat. I like Jacoby Thorpe as well, that youngster,
Yeah,
very decent hurdler. But if Thorpe is in the conversation, then I am putting Prince in the conversation because I
exactly.
knew that if Prince never get that poor start at the NCAA final, I think he would have done some amount of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the inconsistency I see with Prince, where if he doesn't get a good start, it's all over. If he gets a good start, it is good, and he might do the unthinkable, which we don't want him to do. So he needs to work on that to put it together so that he can, shake up down at Tokyo.
Xavier, Orlando Bennett, and Tyler Mason. We're not going to sleep on them because this is an obstacle event, and we've seen so. If you've been watching track and field forever, we've seen some of the favorites don't finish this race. I remember Gail Divas on our way to winning this race. I remember Alan Johnson. I don't know how many of you know Alan Johnson from the United States. Same thing with him. I've seen people like Lolo Jones. So many people have come so close, going in as the favorite, and did not even get on the podium. Your thoughts?
Um, Not taking anything away from Orlando and Tyler because they're really good hurdlers. They're
Mm-hmm.
smooth hurdlers. So on a given day, a good race, good condition, as you say, is an obstacle event. Any cards can play. Keep consistently going over the hurdles. Is a rhythm sport, so rhythm event. So you take your time, go over it, and I think I expect good showing from them. I think I'll get them into the semifinals and see where it takes us from there.
Yeah, I would love that. I would definitely love that. So the hurdles is not one of those events that you can put on your pot and say yes. You have to. It is a wait and see event. Akil, you have any thoughts on the hurdles, the men's, the 110-meter hurdles?
Mm, looking like a US sweep
A U.S. sweep. You're seeing a U.S. sweep.
because US has so strong.
You're breaking up a little bit. You're not clear.
You hear me now?
Yeah, hearing you now. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's looking like a US sweep because US has
I'm
so.
not hearing you. You gone.
You
Something
hear
is
me?
happening there. Black African is saying for Lolo. Let me tell you, Black African. 2008, it broke my heart for Lolo Jones. It really did. Kerry and Phillips, welcome, welcome. Go ahead.
You hear, you hear me now?
You kind of in and out. I'm not sure what's happening.
You hear me
Yes.
better?
Yeah, we're not hearing you. Maybe you should disconnect and reconnect. I'm not sure what is happening. But you're right, Black African 58. Lolo just could not get on the podium. And of course, that was the year that Dawn Harper said, "This is mine," and she did prove herself right there. So the hurdles is one of those events that, Xavier, and I'm not going to bet you. I'm not going to.
Nah, we can't bet on the event. No, not that one.
No, no, no. If you're smart, you can't. Look at even Kenny. I feel Kenny Payne so much. Kenny Harrison,
Yeah.
who for me I thought would have been one of those that dominated for a while. But the thing about the hurdles is that it is not, apart from Alan Johnson, who I think maybe won 4 world titles, and now Holloway. You don't have a lot of people that dominate the hurdles. It keeps changing. It keeps changing hands like a record. It doesn't stay with one person for too long. Go ahead, Akil.
Are you guys hearing me now?
Yes, we're hearing you now.
Yeah. I was saying that it's looking like a US sweep um, because US have two very solid and very hungry hurdlers.
You're still a little muffled. You're
I don't know why.
Yeah, it's muffled.
Yeah, it's very muffled. Courtney Williams is saying no medal for US in the men's 100-meter hurdles.
Nah,
Courtney,
I'm not agreeing with that at all.
Courtney, I cannot agree with you. And we might lose our money, but based on form, these guys they're just super clean. Go ahead, Akil. Try again.
All right, you guys hearing me now? Okay, I was saying that I wouldn't be surprised if the USA sweep the event. What I will say is that Jamaica has 3 solid hurdles, and I do believe that if all 3 of them or any of the 2 of them do make the finals, I do believe that they should be considered as medal threats.
You're still very muffled, and yeah, Sharon is saying, thank you very much for that, Sharon. You're still muffled, Akil. So what you can do is just disconnect
And come back on, yeah.
and see if you can reconnect. But yeah, what he's saying, it is doable because US is really looking good. Of course, I never count out the Jamaicans because, and this is championship. It is anybody's race. It is about who turn up on the day, who is well prepared, and who is ready to go. Who is ready?
I have been saying HP. I've been saying that throughout the season, whatever these athletes are doing is very important and critical for the big dance.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever they do is significant to their preparation to be where they're at. However, when it comes on to the championship, everybody is actually at 0. Everybody starts at 0.
Yeah.
And again, it is a mindset, it is a frame of mind that these athletes are in, especially with an obstacle event. And that's why I've been always saying, I love the fact that these athletes compete against each other week in, week out, because it's a rhythmic event and you want the best to be competing with. So you don't want, when you reach Tokyo, you're going to see a Maasai to the left, a Grey Stark to the right, and then you start to shake. No. The fact that they have been competing, they know what they're up against, they know what they're going to be expecting. So the onus now is on them to have that mindset that they need to lock in so that they can actually go into that event well, because the physical preparation is out the window already,
Yeah.
It's all in the mental aspect of the game right now. So I mean, it's very difficult to predict, especially when the back-to-back winners of these events are minimal. It can go anyway. Masai is the front runner, but you see Toby and you see Ackera. Boy, honestly, I can't. I'm not sold on the early right now.
So coach, you leave out Danielle.
Hold on, before we go
And
any
Danielle,
hold on.
and Danielle.
Before we go any further, let me just correct something.
I didn't leave out, I just stopped.
Courtney Williams is saying he wasn't saying the US, he was saying us as in Jamaica. My bad, my bad. So he wasn't saying the US is not getting any medal. He was actually saying us as in Jamaica. So I just wanted to clear that up. And of course, Rocky Hill is saying, HP, it's time you count out the Jamaicans. Never, never, never.
You're gonna have Rocky Hill say things like these.
Rocky Hill, I will never count out my people. I'm sorry. I am practical though. I'm practical, but I'm not going to count on. But let us go back to the ladies. Latoya is just rejoining us. Latoya, the women's sprint hurdles. Jamaica 1, 2, 3.
I won't necessarily say 1, 2, 3 actually. But you know, when it comes to the sprint hurdles, you know, I am big for Danielle. I'm big for Danielle. But you know, one thing for sure is that the women hurdles, sprint hurdles, they show up and they don't give us an opportunity. Definitely, they don't give us an opportunity to call it and always be correct in choosing it. This is the event where you bet your house, you have to sit on the tip of the chair when the race are run, hoping and praying that what you bet your house for is what you get, because it's never always the same. But I do have, and I do see Jamaica able to bring home 2 medals from that event for sure.
For sure.
Give my girl for sure. Yeah, man.
That's bold.
Wow, that's big. That's big.
We're not frightened for nobody, but we respect everything. Yeah, man.
Lucky, that's big.
I will call that. I will call that. You know, I've always said this, and I've always held on to it over the years.
And you're talking Danielle and Ackera, right?
Definitely, man.
Okay.
Once, yeah, man. You know, but for sure, definitely, over the years, I've always called Danielle for a medal. And for me, she have always angled the business for me. Give her, if we're using all 9 lanes, 1 or 9, we're good. We are medal. If we're using 8 lanes, 2 or 8, we are medal. We not ask Christ.
I think
wow.
I think on Latoya, I think Danielle is one of the most experienced hurdler when it comes on to the female. And I don't think she's fazed by the times the other ladies are running, because she knows it's an obstacle race. And if she can, and I remember she saying that her sister told her that she need to go over 11 hurdles the last time she won. And she did do that in front of everybody else. And it's a race that I think experience teaches wisdom. And if Latoya is right, they have to be really good to beat Danielle in the finals if Danielle made the finals.
This is going to be a big, wide open race. That's all I can say. Big, wide, and open race. That is all I can say. I mean, when you look at Ackera Nugent, when you look at Danielle, when you look at Russell, when you look at Stark, when you look at Toby, those women are aggressive. They attack the hurdles in an aggressive, smooth, technically sound way. And if somebody say bet on this race and you get $1 million US, I would not know how to bet.
Hey, look like you love it 1 million, you know.
Yeah, man, I love it 1 million. Yeah, man, yes, man. I'm calling for $1 million US.
All right. You see, if there's any athlete in this event that can actually win, I'm not gonna be as bold as Latoya.
As Latoya.
However, I am very realistic, because the hurdles event can be won on this front. Danielle, if she has a very good race, technically, she's gonna be smooth. And if she's smooth and technically correct, she has to be fast as well. Messiah is also one of those ladies that can be technically good, and she's already fast too. Danielle is faster than her on the flat, but it is about that technical aspect of the race, getting those 3 steps in between as quickly as possible, snap down that trail leg back into the first stride. No.
And after two, who has done that?
Yeah,
because
man.
as you rightfully said, Danielle is faster on the flat.
Yeah.
And Danielle has learned to control that. I think that is one of Ackera's major concern. Ackera is fast on the flat also, but I don't feel like she has fully mastered that speed over the hurdle, in between the hurdles that she have, which is kind of causing her to not snap down that trail leg so perfectly well as how we see Danielle or Megan Tapper does.
Yeah, and as I was saying, you see, the technical aspect match with the speed is what is going to take them home. So I mentioned 2 athletes already, Danielle and Masai. You have also another technically gifted person.
We're not looking to Europe.
Hold on, man. Let me finish what me I say, man. Cause me I go right there. Me I go right there. You have a next lady that is a world record holder. She's very technical too. And guess what? She has gotten faster, being that she has been with Glenn Mills. And if she gets it right, that are 3 already, you know.
Yes.
Now we are to Ackera Nugent. Ackera Nugent is the one with the little gray area in this bunch, whereas Ackera has not been consistent. But I saw a glimpse of what I want to see in the Diamond League final, albeit she hit the last hurdle because pressure came up on her side, and I think she forget totally about the technique that she had for 9 hurdles and hit the 10th one because she was racing. So she came out of her technique, and this is where the race is going to get interesting. You see, when these athletes execute, who can hold their mental toughness under the pressure. Then you have a next lady, Nadine Visa. She has come to the fore this season.
Europe.
And she can be one of those ladies that can clean something. Again, it's how you produce throughout the rounds. And if all of them be in at the final and all of them execute, is who have the mental toughness. When the pressure come up beside you, what are you going to do?
Coach, let me ask you a question, Coach. Coach, am I bullying you? Rob Smith said, I like to bully.
No, man, you know, so nobody can bully me, though.
Rob Smith said, I love to bully Coach. No, man, Coach, I'm a virgin, man. We're not bully. We're passionate about the thing, man. We're passionate.
Don't pay Rob. You see, if two somebody enough pay no mind. One from Jamaica named Rob Smith and one from US named Rocky Hill. Don't pay them 2 person that mind.
Okay. And objectivity too.
Objectivity in kind of cool still, you know, but just don't pay Rocky Hill and Rob Smith no mind.
Go ahead, Lati. I love it though. I love that they're festive in the chat.
Rob Smith.
Okay, so the world record win this final.
No.
You know, okay. It is what we want for 12-12 to be moved, because we have seen the athletes, the ladies, you know, hitting in those 12 and the teens. But I'm not so sure, because as coach said, who can take the pressure more? Who can handle the pressure more? I feel like the thing that I don't like with the women's hurdles is that the semifinals carry only 2. And therefore, it weeds out most of the time some of the ladies, based on how great these bunch of ladies are, it weeds out some of the ladies that we would want to see in the finals.
Let us talk about the national champion.
the pressure is going to be on when we come to the semifinals. You said let's talk about the national champion in Megan Tapper. Megan Tapper is the let's talk about the great Megan Tapper. Let me put the great before her. She's the only Jamaican who has ever medaled in that event at the Olympics. So I put the word great before her.
Yes,
you know,
you're
for that reason. Even though I call Danielle Williams the greatest, but Megan, in her own right, has done her feat also. Can Megan Tapper put herself into the conversation? She has the great potential to do so. And as I rightfully said about the semifinals only being 2, it is going to be a fight to the finish from the semifinals, because semifinals being 2, it is 1, 2, 3, and the fastest 2. Somebody say losers with their time. It now means that when they get to the semifinals, it is that everybody is running as if it is the finals. And we may just see, if possible, we may just see the world record going in the semifinals and not get back to the world record aspect in the finals. We have seen that before. We saw the world record went into the semifinals. I mean,
in 2022.
Right? And it wasn't what win. It wasn't nowhere there. So I feel like the semifinals will be set up because you're going to find that we may just have a Visa, a Masai, a Ackera in one semifinals. Then we have a Kabunji, a Toby Musa.
And Kabunji is improving, you know. Nobody not talking about Kabunji. But before you go any further, Lati, Courtney said something and I agree. He said, we're going to see an upset, and I don't disagree any at all. And let me just clear up something, because objectivity is trying to get me $100 million. So I don't want to hurt his feelings. He's trying to get me $1 million US. So I don't want to upset him. So objectivity, I am very, very sorry. That was me showing you some love. Continue, Lati.
1 mil.
1 mil.
Are your new name that you know 1 mil?
Go ahead, Lat.
I have a little eye out for Kabunji. And also, even though we spoke about the pressure, under that pressure, it is also who runs the cleanest race, because it is every athlete I go up against. If it's 8 lanes we're using, it's you against 7 other athletes, but it's also you against 10 hurdles. And we know the hurdles is no respecter of anyone. We have seen people dive through the hurdles. We have seen people over the hurdles, under the hurdles, in the hurdles, them on the foot, broken this. So it is you holding your composure, holding your mind, remembering your technique, not trying to overstride, because that will also cause issue. So the cleanest hurdler, most composed hurdler, the one who is able to take the pressure, may not be who we want to see, but it will be one of the 8 that will enter into that finals.
Indeed. Xavier is burning to say something, so we're going to have Xavier talk about, can I leave out Amoy out of the conversation, Amoy Brown, and of course, young Shericka Hill, who is, even though she's an alternate, I want us to talk about Shericka Hill.
Just before Xavier say anything, I just want to answer a question. Yeah, man, what's her name? Rob Smith. Jasmine Camacho Queen has been hurt for a while.
Yes, she is.
So she won't be there. Yeah, sorry about
that. So a lot of us, and for me, I stand corrected a few weeks ago. Amoy, and I'll tell you, don't sleep on her. I don't think she have gotten enough race for whatever reason it may be, but I will give kudos to her. She put the work in. She did what she had to do to make it into Tokyo. And as Latoya said, it's an obstacle event. So we're not counting her out, and she's a smooth hurdler. I don't care how fast any one of those ladies will go. It won't be a quick time. It's about consistency over the hurdles and it's about mental toughness. And Amoy, the amount of beating she's been getting since we know she's making the team, and we're saying that she's not getting the race and somebody else could have been better. I think she deserves her spot, and I personally think that she will be the surprise of the championship. I have in her getting into the semifinals.
Objectivity is asking if there will be a prediction show. Coaches, there will be a prediction show, right? We have a prediction.
No, he said tonight. No, he's asking if tonight is a prediction show as well.
Oh,
No,
not really objectivity. We're just looking at the event, how Jamaica will match up to the rest of the world. But the real prediction show will come next week, early next week, because by Friday, by next week this time, I think we start watching, because Japan is what, 12 hours, 11 hours ahead.
Thursday, we'll be in the morning session.
Right, we will be watching as we speak. So we will have a real prediction show, which I don't like to predict, but we are going to do it just the same. But if there's nothing more to be said on the sprint hurdles, now let us move to the 100 meters. The one the fans have been calling for all week, Lati, from last week. Every show we have, they want to talk about the 100 meter. Well, now is the time. My question that I will start with, is this number 6 for the Mommy Rocket? Anybody? Take it away. Anybody? Is this number 6 for the Pocket Rocket?
The great Shelly and Fraser Prize, the great Dr. Shelly and Fraser Prize, the queen of the 100 meter world championship, or the queen as most call her, is wrapping up. And I will say that whatever it is that...
Be careful what you say now.
No, I won't be careful what I say. It's my opinion.
Coach girl, this year now.
Yeah, man. That is why we are
behave ourselves tonight. We school our Ackera script.
We're able to share. I think that you brought me on here to share my thoughts, Faith.
Of course.
Without any whopping. You see the man put on the glasses?
I'm ready for you.
The great Dr. Shelly and Fraser Price, as we've called her, the queen of sprint, as a lot of persons have called her and renowned her to be, is on the stage, is on the verge of wrapping up. And as most persons, everybody around the world, Jamaica at large, and everyone a part of track and field, do love her. But there comes a time when it is that we have to be real with ourselves. We have to accept what it is that we are given, and what it is that we have taken through her, and where it is that we have come through her. I do believe that she's also a part of the brock bad in the Jamaican vernacular, what we call, the stage of that aspect of life, because she has given us so much to basically ravel over. And therefore, every time Jamaica, the black, green, and gold take the track in that event, we're expecting to win it, or we are expecting her to win it. In this time and this era, as we spoke about earlier, Coach, before you came, the event, the sport is evolving, and therefore, because it is evolving, we also as fans need to evolve with it. And based on what she has given to us so far this season, because that's what we have to work with so far, her timings are not etched in that gold medal. We do know she's capable of pulling a lot of things outside of the bag. Yes, she is the legendary, and a lot of persons would love for her to get that and to have that and to carry it back home. But if that is not what is being seen, then therefore it's not necessarily possible. And I say that we have to be free and understandable. If it is that Tia Clayton did not pull up in that 100 meters at the national championship, what would we for? would we be calling for someone to be giving her that spot because it is her last hurrah? Would we be calling for her to have been the alternate over a Jodine Williams? At this moment, for me, I don't think that she is gold medal ready. My viewpoint. I do believe that the gold medals, no, I'm a panel to look like no one I call out people and I predict stories.
Davian, your time. Because you see Lottie.
No, so
Lottie might get herself in trouble. So your time, Davian.
I'm one of the biggest Shelly and Fraser fan.
Balance.
So I beg to differ, and I had to tell persons you can't have two different rulers when you're measuring the same sport. One work for the other and one don't work for the other. I think we have not seen Shelly and Fraser Price at their best this season as yet. And Melissa Jefferson, 1065. Shelly has gone 1060. I always believe that Shelly has one more good race in her. And the only challenge I'm facing is, will it be the semifinal that's going to pull that race out of her? I want it to be the final. And before Shelly and put that last spike and pull that last set of lace, I'm expecting her to go sub 1065. So if somebody believe that Shelly can come and just decide, say, then she not gonna run anything sub 10.7, don't know who Shelly and Fraser Price is. Me not care how slow she did run 2 weeks ago, or she not run enough race. I expect her to deliver come championship.
Coach, your opening remarks. I realize everybody doing an opening remark. So
Vivian,
you really want me to say something?
No, man.
Wait and teach me, coach. Come, I open my hand,
yes,
teacher.
Coach, your opening remark.
Beat and teach. Me no beat ladies, man.
Come,
I'm not depend them something.
Come, Coach.
I think the Virgin really say it, you know. Shelly have I mean, I disagree with anything that Latoya said, right? I don't disagree. So let me get that clear. Not because I don't see me how to give some body language. Me just get excited when me hear about me Shelly. You see me? All right. So me here, Xavier, and I say my biggest fan. Or me only glad say him are just the biggest fan. You see me? Anyways. I like to put things in perspective and be realistic. When it was at the national trials and I was having the prediction show, the world and everybody on my platform knows that I love Shelly. And I did not have Shelly in the top 3. And fortunately for her, unfortunately for Tia, she made it. Right? Now, we have been seeing her competing, and yeah, people want to see fast time like Bridget. Say him see a 10.6 or a sub 10.7. You see me? I'm not putting it that far, but I do see a one pop, and I've been having this conversation with a group of people, and the same thing what you say, I've been saying it. I don't know if at the first round, I kind of rule out the first round. It could be the semi-final or the final where she have one selecting automatic for unleash. Where will it put her? I cannot say. I am not a prophet, and I will not profess to be a prophet. And for me, I just want Shelly reaching at the final there. You see, if she reaching at the final, and anything she give me, I will be well pleased. You know why? Shelly has served with distinction. Shelly has served this sport tremendously well. And it would have sad if she fall out in the first round or the semifinals. It would be sad for some people. Me understand. Anything when Shelly give me this championship, I am well pleased. Because she would have done it all. Me not gonna be biased because she had the all and be all for me in a women's sprinting, but still have to be realistic because we have, and again, even though we know that these people have run 10-6 and 10-7 before, and the Tina Clayton is there, the Shericka, the Jefferson, the Alfred. I know it's gonna be difficult for her, is it me? But when everybody go to the line, everybody start at 0. I think Shelly have 1 selecting automatic. That's how me assist it.
I think
get
so
deep
too.
in no more information.
I like all the opening remarks. But before we go any further, Miller is saying, can you guys name the finalists in the sprint event? I'm not sure.
No, man, we can't name the finalists yet, man.
Yes.
We ignore that comment, man.
We don't get the start list.
Remember, say you have semi-finalists, which are gonna be, you're gonna have semi-final at death. You're gonna have.
Listen, man, you're joke, man. Listen, me have 7 out of me 8 finalists, all right, right now, on paper.
You better make sure, say, he was a border. Now break up your 7 where you already have already. Because he was a border. It's a problem, child. But just as
I said, listen,
he was a border.
I mean, I no problem, child.
I have 7.
No, man, he was a border. Me could have 9 lane for World Championship last time,
Listen.
He was about to make Shericka frightened, and give what to
I'm going to give Miller a little touch of the 100-meter final for the women. And I'm glad that I had this day to answer the question. I wasn't going to share it until the prediction show, but Miller, since as you asked for this, my finalists, and this is 7 of 8, I have Julian Alfred, I have Shericka, I have Tina, I have Melissa Jefferson, that's 4. I have Shakari, 5. I have Talu, 6. And I have Shelly, 7.
So why you can't name the whole 8?
Because there's always a little surprise.
So I don't know. Beside.
Let me tell you who I think can be the dark horse for the final in this. Kayla White from the United States. Coach.
TT Terry was named to the team.
Yeah, she's on the team.
Hey, them say TT. Well, me as a TT Terry not shot in a soul. And somebody said Eve was a border, she now broke her back.
That's why I said Kayla. I think Kayla White or Dina, if Dina double, but I think that's where. But these 7 look sure.
So none of England people, none of the British, now?
That's why I leave the one spot and I said Dana.
Man, the one spot me there, I thought about it.
There's one spot me there when the
guys.
functions so well.
All right. The 7 women that I just named. Who would you leave off this list?
Shericka Jackson. Shericka Jackson.
No, I think Shericka gets into that final.
If anybody I leave off, I would say Shelly too.
I think Shelly is going to find herself. Remember earlier we were talking about
like
mindset.
When we said that, Shelly does surprise me.
Well, no. You remember what we were talking about earlier when we said mindset? Shelly has a mindset that we still cannot understand yet. Shelly's mindset when she goes into a championship is not ordinary.
Different for you, man. I can't tell you that.
Shelly is not ordinary when she goes in a championship. And Shelly, I go show it to us in the first round. She go out there and just go jog the first round like what she did in Paris. Who saw her first round race in Paris? She shut it down very. Shelly is in my final. As I said before, either Dina Asher Smith or Darrenita or Kayla White. Kayla White from the US have been looking good.
Yeah, Kayla White.
So Miller, let me see what my friend Rocky Hill is saying. Rocky Hill is saying the only Jamaican that has a chance to medal is Shericka. Oh, we weren't at the medal, Rocky. These are just the finalists. Go ahead, Latoya.
Onika, let me explain. Onika said, "Oh, Iwa, where did that come from, Latoya? I need to revoke my name from you." What I was saying when I used Iwa, I use Iwa because of what Iwa did at the last World Championships. We went into the first round as HP started speaking up, and we have athletes running 11 high, 11 middle, and Iwa said to herself, look here, you guys doing this, I want to put myself in a space and a position. Iwa run 10.99. First round. Therefore, she got the opportunity to be away from the big names, the stars in the semifinals. And they were doing the batter thing. And she put herself into the finals because of what she did into the first round. So when I used Iwa, I was saying, don't let Iwa be that space where we're ending up with 9 lanes again,
No,
because
man.
Iwa caused the 9
We
lanes
should
to
even have a
happen.
conversation about Evo Sabora. Honestly, me not lie. No, man. We should even have. If we are going to talk about Evo Sabora, I'm going to have problem to get people. Shelly have in a final. Me stop talk. Shelly in a final.
No, I didn't. I'm not putting. No, I am not putting Iwa into it. The final.
She's going to,
I am saying.
Create
I'm
another
saying
lane.
I hope that we don't have another person who did what Iwa did, while we ended up with 9 lanes and ended up Shakari winning from out of lane 9.
Okay,
that's what I'm
Toki,
saying.
I hope I get it right. I hope
Exactly. That's what I'm
I hope I
saying.
get this right. Toki, otherwise known as True Blue, is saying Shakari to me will not make the final.
And we cannot say that. Well,
and
we just say it.
Yes.
But
yeah, we can.
If we are gonna put Shelly in a final, Shelly run 11 or to Shelly run a 10-9. Why Shakira can't go in a final?
Yeah, I think Shakira. When are we going to change the guard comfortably? For me, when are we going to change the guard? No, I don't think that we have changed the guard comfortably.
Why not?
The guard changed long time.
The guard changed.
Shelly is just on the glory.
Exactly. She the team, so she have been in a conversation.
Yeah, she just.
No, I'm not. No. I just asked a question.
I understand what Latoya is saying. At age 37, 36, 37, Shelly-Ann went to Eugene and win the title 2022. She came back 2023 and she was on the podium again at 37 plus as 36. Last year, granted, she did not finish the championship. So I understand what Lati said. It is not being changed comfortably because
but it's not really about
Shelly should not be, based on age, Shelly should not be doing what she's doing. Shelly is disrespectful.
Well, they are not doing what they're supposed to do then. The guard has been changed. It's just that these
not comfortably.
Shelly has given up this guard long time.
No, I don't think so.
She said, "Take it and go on," and nobody
no
want it.
Guys, hold on. One second.
Elaine didn't run until Shericka for win. Right? The guard changed. People give it up. Shelly has given up the ghost for 2-3 years ago.
No, but Latina saying it would change. She said not comfortably. Shelly, when you look at
why is it not changed comfortably?
What was the time?
That's the point I want to know. Why is it not changed comfortably?
What was the time Shelly-Ann won with at age 35, 36, 2022? She set a championship record, guys.
1072.
Yeah. No, 1060,
67.
Yeah, 67.
So even though Xavier is saying, Shelly is saying, take it. Nobody's taking it. 2023, Shelly came back and won bronze behind Shakari, Shericka, and won. And look at Shelly again on the Jamaican team at age 37, going 38. Shelly is 3 months away from being 38.
So, and that's why I want Lataya to explain to me, why is it a situation where it's
because
not
I use the word change. Because I say the guard being changed comfortably, coach, you're automatically believing that I'm speaking of Shelly. And Rob, no, I do not want us to stop believing in Shelly.
I think the guard has been changed.
And I use the word comfortably.
She said
I
comfortably.
use the word comfortably. I never
explain that part to me now.
Shelly should not make the podium.
HP she's saying it has nothing to do with Shelly. So I want her to explain what her comfortable means. So
because we are okay, so do you believe that even on the men's side the guard has been changed comfortably? Because we're still living in the era of the Usain Bolt, the great Usain Bolt. Still living in 1 second. We're still living in that era. And people for coach, I'm not here to disrespect your coach. I'm just here to share, right? No, I also learned. But we're living, I believe that we are still living in the era of the Usain Bolt. I started my statement when I started to speak about Shelly, and I said she's a part of the reason why we're broke bad, because she has given us so many, nothing to take away from her. I do not want us to stop believing anything.
Hold on, let me read something. Let me read.
But people, hold on the HP. Make a comment, hold on a little bit, man. Make a comment, hold on a little bit.
It's a runaway, leave us.
No, man, we can't scroll back feet, because if we think the guard is not being changed comfortably, they must say a whole heap of people say Shelly to give up our spot, you know.
Who said that?
Several people on different platforms have been saying it.
I've never heard that.
All right, make it people them telling that. Of course.
No, it's not. I've never heard somebody said she was supposed to give up our spot. I've heard person said that the alternate. I've heard person said that the alternate was supposed to be replaced.
That is what you heard, but I'm telling you what I've heard. Several persons have been saying that Shelly should give up our spot to Tia, because Tia is a sure medalist.
How do we know that Tia is a sure medalist?
Because people have been seeing the times that she has been running. Where's coming back from injuries.
You have to. That is foolishness. This is why we run the race, and this is why people like Bruce James and Hubert Lawrence will all, in their commentary, will always say this is why we have to run the races, because you can go out there as the best. As you said in a coach, when everybody line up in that race, they are starting
at zero. Yeah. May agree. May believe that.
Zero. Shelly, and you know, we as Jamaicans, we need to stop it. When an athlete earn their spot, we need to stop this thing about we should replace them and we should replace them. If you earn your spot, you should go. 2008, we wanted to do the same thing to Shelly-Ann, to replace Shelly-Ann with Veronica Campbell Brown. If you earn your spot, you are to go. If you are injured, then that's a different thing. But if you have met your qualifying mark, how dare we want to replace people and change our people? What kind of message are we sending when we said, okay, you must meet the qualifying mark and you must come to the trials and finish in the top 3? I finish in the top 3. Why do you want to replace me with somebody who you think? We need to stop it, man. We need to stop it.
But back to what Latoya was saying, right? Because she said that we're still living in the Usain Bolt era. When persons are talking about Kishane and Oblique, like every day, everywhere, I'm still want you to explain to me why you said that the guard has not been changed comfortably.
It doesn't matter what I say in terms of the guard not changing comfortable for you guys to basically get it. That's how I go ahead, Edda.
No, go ahead. Let me let you finish.
No, I just want an understanding of why you say you made that statement. I just clarity me need.
The guard is okay. The guard is changing. Berto said me are going to circle.
Hey, the people then tough in a lot of you have to just speak. You can't watch it coming. You can't watch it coming.
Yeah, don't feed them my mind. Yeah, them.
You have to just answer me and ask and stop watching people them. That's why I tell the HP to leave the comment, because if you just in the comments, so we now get nowhere. You see me?
True. But as I said before, I agree with what Lottie is saying, that the guard has not been changed comfortably enough, especially with the women. With the men,
HP, me hear your point already. You know, you
yeah, with
answer
the men.
more she answer.
Oh, Lottie, but it have to do with Shelly. It have to do with Shelly.
No,
it has to do with, yes, but what I'm saying is comfortably, when it is that it is changed, we would be in a position where we have people saying, okay, as I said, I never heard person said that Shelly needs to give up her space to Tia, but we wouldn't be in a position where we'll be having persons saying these things if it was comfortably changed. If it was comfortably changed, we wouldn't be at a place where, in order to celebrate her for her last time, there's so many expectations on her to come and give us this gold medal because the guard has not been changed. Give to us now, it would have been sufficient for you and it is sufficient for me. Even if it is that she go into the first round, go into the second round, move over into the finals and didn't even give us a medal, it is comforting to us. But because they still feel like, okay, she is who she is, we must get to go on. We have to get to go from her. Allow someone else, being that the guard has been changed, allow someone else to come up to the plate, and therefore we are able to believe in that person, give that person a chance, and take whatever it is that she has given unto us. Whatever comes, it is still enough. That is all I'm saying.
I not agree with you, because you see the moment Shelly going at the final day at stadium in June, she is expecting to run to win a gold medal. Which athlete is going to line up in a race just because?
Xavier, so therefore if she don't give you a medal, you're not okay?
No, that has nothing to do with it.
No, I'm asking.
No, I'm okay with it. But then you have two.
But not everybody is, and that's what I'm saying. No, because they're not comfortable with the change of the guard. They don't revere persons to basically be able to take it up and take the baton and carry the baton on.
From what I've heard, I believe persons accept the fact that Shelly figure sit down, quote unquote. A bit pretty much of that they must say, you know.
I don't like that kind of thing. No.
But that's what people have been saying. I remember the conversation even went as far as saying that the same thing they made a try to Shelly in 2008. And the same thing come when she just started out her first Olympic, because she made the 2017, right?
Yeah.
2008, they tried it because Veronica Campbell was the queen. Now the guard has been switched to Tia or the twin turbo. And because they saw what Tia can do from the previous year, which was last year, the Olympic Games, people believe that Shelly are going to go make up number. So she should come off of the team and give Tia. And J3 should do this, J3 should do that, and all of them.
Guys, I'm going to say this. We are governed by rules and we must follow the protocol. The rules say the top three. Shelly and Fraser Price earned her spot. Whether she's going there to make up numbers or not, she earned the spot. If she did not earn that spot and somebody said, give her a place, then that would be a different conversation. But this woman at age 37 plus 38 earned her spot. So we need to allow the rules. We need to allow the rules to dictate the thing and stop trying to do this when it suits us or when you think it is going to suit us. Unfortunately, Tia did not make the cut because she pulled up. It is very unfortunate. 2007 trials in Jamaica. Melaine Walker was hot like bread out of oven. And she was at the trials. And Melaine, when she came at the top of the turn, she fell. She was the number one and she fell. She did not go to the World Championship 2007. What Melaine did, Melaine came back 2008 and win her gold medal 2009. These things happen. What a lot of people were going to say, give Melaine a spot? No, she did not finish the race. Just like Brian Level in the 100. He did not finish the race. So the next person in line has to be Raheem Ford, because Raheem Ford has met the qualifying mark. Let us use the rules so we don't have to have these back and forth discussion. The rules and move on. Is this a golden debut for the two-time junior champion, Tina Clayton? Is this the golden moment, the golden debut for Tina
My
at the
sunglasses.
senior level? Talk to me, guys. Is this Tina to take back to Jamaica to add to her two-time world junior championship medal?
Earlier on, we spoke about them developing their skill. I think she's still developing her skill. It's creating that muscle memory and creating that experience to be great in the future.
Coach, is this Shericka's time to rise to the middle of the podium? She barely missed it 2023.
For me, I think Shericka and her team has been very strategic this season, and it is as a result of possibly what transpired last season. So they have taken a different approach. It seems that way to me, because if you're doing the same thing the same way, expecting a different result, that means you're a cuckoo or something is wrong with you. So I think they have taken a different approach, and it pretty much put the fans in some sort of uncertainty and not knowing what to expect. So she seemed to be on the lower end of the spectrum. She has not run a lot of races this season. So people are kind of betwixt opinions when it comes on to Shericka. I have seen and remember when Ilian never gone so hot 2021, which was the 2020 Olympic Games, and she can drop 10-6.
10-5.
Right? And then she go win 21 low. So, I mean, I think they have probably deliberately taken her out of the spotlight, the favorite tag. It could have two results. She could probably not rise to the occasion, or she could rise to the occasion. But it is something that we're looking into to see where she's gonna fall on that spectrum. I think there is possibly something to expect from Shericka, knowing the camp that she's in. So I'm just waiting with a bated breath to see what will transpire from a Shericka. I just plead the fifth where she's concerned and looking with great expectation.
Rob Smith said, and I like that comment, Rob Smith says, you can't change guard if the next man or woman don't show up for their shift. That's a very, very good comment. If you don't show up for your shift, the guard you cannot change the guard. I like that. But guys, let me ask you a question. I'm going to ask a big question now. When we look at the women's 100 meter overall, which female have all the boxes checked when you look at the reaction, the acceleration, the transition, and the speed of endurance to finish? How many of the women have all those boxes checked?
Say that again.
How many, when you look at the women's 100 meter right now, because it is going to take a perfect race to win this 100 meter. Execution, acceleration, transition, and speed and endurance.
If we're gonna talk about that, Melissa Jefferson will lead this, you know.
Who, coach?
Because
coach, come here, kiss you. Come here, coach.
She's one of the technically
the only
gifted
person
sprinter right there in that
she
race.
is the only one with all the boxes checked.
Shelly to Shelly is technical. Not taking that away from her. Because I think her technical ability would have caused her to be in the 10-6 realms as well. Some things that she tweaked in that season where she was able to stretch it, even though she go up, yeah. But when you're talking about speed endurance, also one athlete that Jefferson has good speed endurance. Alfred comes off very good in the latter part of her race. Her speed endurance is there. Kayla White too. But I think if you're talking about a complete package in terms of all of those phases of the race, I would say Jefferson.
I agree totally. She's the only one with the box check, but
No,
she's one of those technical sprinters, and
yes.
then you have Julian. Julian is like more of a power sprinter.
Yeah,
well, Shelly give you a perfect race all the time. She'll give you a technical race most of the time. 90% of the time.
But not all the time. Yeah.
Not all 90%. Sorry, she'll give you 90% of the time. The only challenge I have with Jefferson, and maybe it come to my fore now that I'm watching her this season, is that we need to see her in championship.
All right, I'm going to.
She's the favorite tag. We want to see what her mental capacity is in championship.
Before we go, hold on, coach. Before we go to Lati, I just want to play an interview that I did with Melissa Jefferson at the Grand Slam a few months ago. Just let us play this.
A lot of the times, I'm 100-meter specialist per se, but I'm always looked over and looked at as an underdog. And so this year is all about not trying to prove that to everyone else, but knowing within myself what I'm capable of. And so when I get out there on the line and I do what I'm supposed to do, and the rest of the world is surprised, like, oh my gosh, she did that, I'm going to be like, it was there all along. It's just a matter of time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Melissa.
Thank you.
Bronze medal in Paris. Mm-hmm. What can we look forward to from you in Tokyo?
We're improving on that bronze medal, silver,
go
gold,
girl.
The gold. The gold is what I'm going for. But, I'm like literally just building off of where I was last year. Last year going into Paris, I wasn't the healthiest. I started the year out with an injury, and thankful enough I had people in my corner to be able to push and strive me to get to where I wanted to be. I was able to sweep the podium at trials with my teammates, and two of the three of us got medals in Paris. So, just looking at the whole group in totality, we're all building and looking.
So that is Melissa. So from very, very early out, she had her plans. And I asked her this question in May, early May. So she has been working towards this because, as she said, they are working to better that bronze medal. Lati, your thoughts?
Unfortunately, I didn't hear anything as it relates to the interview just now.
Oh, you didn't hear? Okay. But with the discussion before we went to Melissa, what are your thoughts?
But I mean, Melissa Jefferson this season has been very much fully sound. As Davian said earlier, I just want to see her in the competition phase of things, how she fully materialize herself and fully bring her everything that she have out in the open. You may say, but she ran in her national championships just recently. Yes, and no disrespect to the athletes that she ran against, but I felt like, we all knew she was way up here and they were below her, and it was hers to lose and hers for the taking, and she went in and she took it. So I am open, and I can't wait to see her line up with the whole global ladies across the line, going up against it, and therefore having the pressurized situation where everyone knowing that, hey, this is it, this is what needs to happen, and I need to get this right, and I need to get it out and push it out. But yeah, she is the technically sound one for me this season over the 100.
Coach Minzy, when I look, Coach Minzy, are you with us?
Yeah, man, me there, man.
When I look at the women's 100-meter final, if all if the script go according to plan, when that gun goes, we're going to have Melissa Jefferson, Shelly and Tina gone. A little bit behind them is going to be Alfred, Shakari, and Shericka.
That's what we think.
Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think.
That's what we think.
Tell me what you think, Coach. What you see happen.
I will work put in, you know.
Yes, man.
And remember, if we are be realistic, remember the only improvement that Melissa will make is into 10-5. Can she go into 10-5? Remember, her trials when she got through the rounds was not as devastating as what she's gonna face at the championship, you know. So we have to take that into consideration. Juju, she not reaching a fair 10-6 shape yet. Or we don't see she run the 10-6 yet.
Right now, all Juju need is a start. If Juju ever get that start,
and you probably see you probably see that at Tokyo.
And the first
when
round
the start is not consistent, you know, that's where I get worried. Because all right, I was looking at some reaction times, and some of the best reaction times this season is Melissa Jefferson 0.13.
Yeah, but the reaction is different from the acceleration. You know?
Yes, I agree. It is.
So you can have a faster reaction than me, but my acceleration.
I still come last. Yeah.
My acceleration, which is the dry phase, is gonna be faster than yours.
True.
So that statistics is not something that really fears me in terms of.
When you have all those boxes checked, Coach.
No, not for me. Not for me.
You're giving, I think, HB, you're giving a little too much credit for a situation that not happened yet.
No,
Melissa hasn't lined up against the world.
No, what I'm looking at is the variables. It's the variables I'm looking at. I'm looking at the variables and what could be the possible outcome.
Yeah,
and
but that's why I said, you know, HP, that variable to me, it is just to see who false start from who no false start. Pretty much for me, because
I don't know about that.
Like I said, you can have a greater reaction time than me.
And you come last, yeah.
No, not even come last. Through the acceleration phase, which is what we call the dry phase, I reached 10 meters before you, and you react before me.
Yeah, but remember I asked you the question earlier. Who has all the boxes checked as it relates to?
No, but reaction wasn't in it. Remember, I listen keenly, you know.
No, I said reaction, I said acceleration, I said transition.
Oh, I never hear reaction.
Speed, endurance, all four.
No,
because
I never hear reaction.
All four is what will make up that race. But anyway, I get it. But I'm not going to lie. I'm a little worried for my ladies. I'm a little worried for my ladies, and I don't know. I'm just a little worried. I don't know about you guys, but if there's nothing more to be said about the women, can we go over to the Kings?
And you see, as we transition to the men, we have to also look at one variable that we have to take into consideration too, you know, is that over the years we have seen where athletes have the favorite tag.
True.
Going into a championship, and the pressure sometimes, that's why we say we don't know how tough mentally Melissa is to, you know, suck up that pressure and brush the pressure aside and go to do what she desires to do. Yeah, and we see it over the years where US athletes always have the favorite tag, most times on the men and female, and then them get brushed. So just put that part of the variable that we have.
No, but to be
They're good marketers. They're good marketers.
Exactly.
No, hold on. I love data, you know, guys. I love data. Let us look at data. To be fair to them, if you look at who they were going up against over the last 10 to 15 years, they were going up against Jamaica. We had some of the best sprinters, women and men, so they really could not touch us at that time. You know, so it's not really a matter of them get brushed. It's just that we were just superior. We were superior.
I have a question for you, HP. If Shericka team decided to run this season and run from Grand Slam till now, you think Melissa Jefferson would be on the map?
We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know.
So there's a difference. One team hides and next team show up. I believe the Americans are the best marketers. Our system in the US is built on advertisement.
I don't think Shericka was hiding. I don't think Shericka was hiding.
No, I mean not hiding, but
different approach.
Different approach.
Yeah, slow down.
We have not found a Jamaican athlete since Asafa Powell that run day in, day out and show the world what he has.
True.
Nobody do it. So we have to pay clean attention to it. I don't think Melissa Jefferson has met a real case yet.
From April to September?
Yeah.
Something got to
something
give.
wrong.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. No.
HP. No, I pulled that stat, HP, and just 1 point.
No, but HP
from April to September.
I whole heap running that, man.
He has only run 11 seconds, and we have greater athletes than her that could not maintain 10, sub 10 all the time you touch the line.
So what are you saying?
No, I'm just saying.
Let me tell you what me I said. Let me tell you what me I said. I don't know what him I said, but hear what me I said. It is, according to the science of the sport, it is very difficult for an athlete to maintain for so long.
Show me the data there, please.
Huh?
Where's the data? Where can I find that?
No, but you can check the internet. And we can give you a whole lot of books where we have information where peaking is concerned, where all of these things is concerned. She has been running fast right throughout the year.
She started her season with 11.11.
And that was the slowest.
That's fast.
Yes.
And that was the slowest.
That's fast.
But what I'm saying, there was a progression. There was a progression. She had to jump up and jump.
But HP.
She started her season with what?
No.
But HP.
You know what people struggle. 1 second, Zeb. You know what people struggle to run that?
I don't know.
Interpret the data.
11.01 to 11.7.
What you say, man?
In 2 weeks.
So hold on. So we've never had anybody doing anything similar?
We're still, no, it's not a matter of doing.
The length of time, and
here.
it's still right there.
It's here. Remember April? Jermaine said she took 3 weeks. Jermaine,
so what
3
are we
weeks
saying?
and come back.
So what are we saying again?
For me, let me tell you what me I say. For me, again, it is difficult for an athlete to hold on to whatever peak that they're running into for so long.
You hear what you said? It is difficult. It doesn't mean that it is not doable.
So, well, my statement not finish. And yeah, may I agree with you upon that. It is not difficult. That's why I say, come the championship with them rounds there, with the different type of caliber people shall run within the rounds, something might have to give. That's all me I say. Remember, me no daughter, you know. Remember, say me say she have all of the qualities figure winning. You know.
Yeah.
Remember that. Okay.
Indeed.
Me still have a question mark because of how long and how fast she has been consistently running.
Yeah. Let us go over to the men. Let us now segue, because we're not talking medals today. No, for the men, let us go We have Oblique Seville. We have Kishane Thompson, and we have Akeem Blake and Ryan Ford as the alternate. Talk to me, guys. Break this one down. Who of our three men, of all the men in the 100 meters right now, the same question that I asked for the women, who look more technically sound from gun to tape?
Oblique Seville.
Oblique Seville.
I think so too. Yeah. Yep. Lati, your thoughts. The men's 100 meter. Will this take a lean? Will it be a lean, Lati?
I had called Oblique Seville to win the national championship. Do I say more? I mean, the mishap took us away from that. But what he did, even though he didn't win the national championship, what he did and what he showed says from really possible. I just need him to remember that he is the man. He can do this. It is his season. It is his time. And just go there and do it. I actually do have Oblique Seville. I actually do have Oblique Seville to win the world championship. Once it is that he remember that he can do this. He has been here so many times and never gotten it correct to got a medal. And I do believe that 2020.
Jermaine and Forrester said we're getting the Quinella. I would love that.
Jermaine, for that to happen, it is greatly possible. We haven't seen it.
I'm praying for a Quinella. We have the product for it, Coach. What are your thoughts? Coach must be saying, what HP saying?
I wonder if I should be mum on this topic, you know, because I probably know a few things. But it's like how the Juju and Jefferson combination is hot topic. I mean, I have a similar resemblance for Kishane and Oblique. Oblique are the smooth, calm collector in terms of fluidity in sprinting, while Kishane is more of the power sprinter. It's gonna be tricky for both of them. I think Kishane would have been getting a lot of battering from Oblique in earlier days, and then the tide just quickly switched, and then Kishane does start put on the pressure. Can Oblique rebound from that and just get that very good run and beat Kishane? One thing I know, Kishane's acceleration is one of the quickest in the world, if not the quickest. Because I look, HP, I look on data too, you know. Yeah, man, I look on some data, and Kishane, in all I'm race them, when you come on team acceleration, him always in front. Always the fastest. Right? I hear people talk about him it's like how we call Matthew Hudson Smith 390 man.
Mm-hmm.
People always are run past him. Them call Kishane the 80 or the 70 man. But for a man to be 80 and 70 and running 9.7, well, him are going real good. You know? He just have to execute and believe in himself. But one thing I can say, he's not going to have a Noah Lyles and a Kenny for company. He will definitely have Oblique Seville. And of course, I don't like to predict, you know, but I want to, Miss Evan. Anyway, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm praying for a Quinella. But just to share some information, Rocky Hill is saying in 2022, from May to September, Shelly was running 10.6.
May to September.
Just wanted to point that out.
May to September.
And Troy Uber is saying, why do you guys always write off Akeem Blake? No, we're not doing that. No, we would never do that. We don't write off Jamaicans.
Which race Shelly running in September? Tell me now, man.
We don't.
Which championship Shelly running in September?
I think it was the Diamond League final. 2022, the season, I think, went to I think the Diamond League final in 2022 was what, the first week of September? Maybe that's what he's talking. I would have to go and look.
But this is a championship in September.
But what?
We not see difference.
But what Jefferson is doing is nothing. I don't think it's nothing new. But we will see.
It is different because the championship is in September.
But we've had championship later than this already.
When? In October?
Yeah, man. We had 2019 World Championship that Shelly won was October in Qatar.
Was she running that fast?
We would have to go back.
All right, we now follow an argument. But anyways, me see what I say. But me,
I get what coach is saying.
No, what he's trying to say is
no,
that
it's not
Melissa is running fast from April to September. That's what he's saying. No, we can always go back and look at some data to see if this is unique. Off the top of my head, I don't think it is unique. But as me say, I love to use data.
Show me if not unique.
So the data is HP is the combination of races that
Melissa
has run. Nobody over the last nobody in this lifetime has had that combination.
And that's what I'm saying.
Melissa has not gone. So Melissa has not run 11 from April, and we're now in September.
Let's check the data.
Zanjan, she is also running fast since Grand Slam in a 2 event. 100 and 200 meters. You don't see the difference.
And not even one enough.
No one day.
You don't see the difference. About Shelly.
Look at the temperature she run the event in too.
Exactly.
Look at the temperature. This is not normal.
I want to ask another question, but
Rocky Hill, she run in a September. Did she run 10-6 in a September? And did she run 3 rounds in a September? 100 and 200 meter and 4x1. That is what Melissa will be doing at the championship. Stop going like say, you don't want to come size up.
Jeff said, "Peer man people."
No,
peer man.
No man, wait. All right, let's not. All right. Moving right along. Back to the men. Let's go back to the men. Akeem Blake. Someone is saying we always write him off. We're not writing him off. We're breaking down each athlete and what we think based on what they've been doing. No,
Akeem getting start 1, 2, 3 for Jamaica.
That was my call.
Me done.
I was waiting for it to come to me. My call is 1, 2, 3.
See where I write off Akeem there. 1, 2, 3.
Marcia Gross is saying, HP, you're very confusing. I don't know what she mean by that. I don't know what she mean by that. So I guess because I don't want to get into the controversial stuff. I don't know. But anyway, Akeem Blake. Akeem Blake reminds me of Michael Frater in a little way.
That's why he's coached by Mr. Reliable. So he must remind you.
It kind of reminds me of Michael. Michael might not be a big part of the conversation, and then he turn up a championship and surprise you, like what he did, winning that silver medal at the World Championship. So we're not discrediting Akeem. Akeem is really holding down the 100 for quite a while now, being a part of the top 3 ever since he burst out on the scene. So he is holding his own. So you're saying 1, 2, 3, Xavier?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Not 1, not 2.
Guess what? Everybody will be at 0, and it's a possibility.
I think some of the people in the comments, maybe they say that we're delusional. They don't realize that we're trying to have fun with this discussion and you know. But coach, talk to me. Akeem Blake 9.88.
If we're being realistic, again, Akeem has not shown us that 9.88 this season again. He has gone very close, 10-0, 10-0, 10-0, 10-1, 10-2. But that could be because of probably niggles. That could be because of other factors. I believe it could be because of niggles. Sometimes when you have some niggles, you can't fully extend or do what you want. You just do what you need to do to continue to, get meters under your leg. So I think if Akeem can get that bullet start and be consistent throughout the rounds, first stop he could be in the finals of the 100 meters. But he has to be consistent. Stamp is authority in those races. Akeem might have to run 3 fast rounds if he wants to be in the final. That is my intake on Akeem.
My question now is, when we look at the men's 100 meter, and just to share some information, the 100 meter for men and women will be on the same day number 2, which is September 14th. When we look at the men's 100 meter right across the board, technically sound, we did say it was oblique, and I did agree with that. But who do we think, when you look at the 3 rounds and running 2 explosive rounds on the day of the final within 2 hours, how we stay? 2 explosive rounds within 2 hours, the semi-final and the final.
For who? Akeem?
The men's 100 meter, yeah.
I mean, these are professional athletes who would have started training from day one, so their bodies would have been prepared for a situation and a scenario like this. I see where Akeem's team would have put him through a situation like that in London, even though the time difference is not as similar as the championship. But if that was a litmus test for him, Kishane would have been there and done that too. Akeem would have been, Oblique would have been there and done that. I'm not worried about that. That conversation where can athletes repeat after running fast in the semi is a good conversation. But for me, as somebody who's involved in the sport, once you prepare your athlete them the right way, they should be able. Plus, if you have a good enough medical team that can, flush your body, do the right thing, to ensure that you are prepared again for that second blow. Sometimes these athletes run all 300 in a 4 minutes, 5 minutes when them dig them foundation, So this shouldn't be a situation for them. When they do them special endurance program, the most rest some people might get is a half an hour. So them should be good in that regard.
Germany.
If all the other athletes them are do it, why our athletes them can't do it?
Yeah, that's what I normally say too. But let me read a comment from Jermaine. Where is it? Jermaine said, Oblique and Kishane won't have to run 3 fast rounds, only 1, and that's the final. Both heats and semis should be easy. Who agree or disagree? I don't know about that, because by the time you get to semi, you have to be going all out. So I don't know what you guys think.
I don't know what German consider fast, explosive, but I know that they have to go really quick in the semis, because two semis is going to be stacked with all 16 guys running sub 10.
Yep.
No, all 16 that is lined up, Latoya, is capable of running sub 10.
Yeah, capable sound
better. Capable of running sub 10. Capable of running sub 10. So you can't sleep on it and say this is a slow semifinal, because they will, every single one that makes a semifinal is capable of running sub 10.
I don't see people going to semifinals and run sparingly, especially if you're lined up with certain people. If it's three semifinals, then it is the first 2. Do you want to risk being on the bubble like Sha'Carri 2 years ago? Nobody
Or
don't watch.
risking our
You
risk
know,
is
they can't. Yeah, at that level.
But what they'll do, the top athletes, yeah, there are two scenarios, you know. You might have to run extremely fast, and you have to come back into the finals and do it. The second scenario is that depending on who you get in that semifinal, what semifinal you're in, you could do a situation where you run that first 60, which is the acceleration phase, and ensure that you control the race.
And then you can shut it down.
Not even shut down, just control the race where you can finish in that top two. Because the shutdown thing can be very dangerous, you know.
True.
So it can be two scenarios. We're not sure yet until they run on the day. Yeah. And we see the list come back out based on time and position to see who they are going to be facing.
Wait for the list to come out?
Huh?
I mean, we have to
we have to wait. You can't preface the
Yeah, man, what do you mean?
So hold on, you can't tell me who them are going to the semifinal.
No. When them run the first round, then so you can know. Not true, so you have to wait on the list. I mean, when them run the first round, maybe.
Yeah, that's the list I'm talking about.
No, but guys, we can almost have an idea who's going to the next round.
No, exactly. But I'm talking. No, I
but
know
I
that, guys.
What he's saying. I know what he's saying. Yeah.
Listen, man. I know what I'm saying. I know.
But you're gonna have.
Well, I know that we can determine who might move on to the next one. I'm talking about specifically who you're going to meet in that semifinal that you're going to be in. We don't know who are going to run with who in the semifinal. That is
right now. Once you go in the semifinal,
that's what I was asking, Coach. If after the first round run,
we don't know the list. That's what they say.
No, it's a question I'm asking.
Yeah, but me have to clarify because
after the first round run, the heats run, based on those times, you are saying that if you did write them down, boom, 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 you are not able to say, okay, Akim and that's a good in here, so bap, without waiting on the list, waiting on it to come up?
I know how to do that, yeah. Okay. But I'm saying
that's what I was asking.
Yes, but me still stick to the point. After the first one, we're not going to know until we put that together, or whoever the World Athletics put it together. So we're not going to know who definitively these people are going to run after the first round. That's what I was making reference to.
But you answer the question.
Okay, good.
All right, back to so that is basically the men's 100. We are definitely looking forward to it, looking forward to a great championship, of course. I want the Quinella or the in the men's. I want the gold medal for sure. And we have
need it. Kishane need it.
We have the people that can do it. My only concern is that, believe it or not, the 100 meter, I mean, like every other races, but the 100 meters is going to be the person who really execute a perfect race on the day. When they come back in 2 hours, the person that is mentally put together, both physically and mentally put together, will determine. And we know that some athlete have a way to get in another athlete's head and thing, is who really can hold it together, don't panic, and just do. Go ahead, Lati.
Peard said Oblique will get a cramp and won't run.
No, you shouldn't read that.
Who said that? Jermaine?
No. Somebody named Peard. I'm trying to understand if we're just making.
No, you're not read this.
Comment left off.
No, man, no read it, man. No, they can't read it.
I didn't even see it. I swear I didn't even see it. No. We're not
superstitious.
No.
Coach, you're superstitious like that?
No, I'm not superstitious, but we can't permeate the atmosphere in certain.
True, man.
I'm ready to go. That.
Yo, my God, yeah, man.
I'm ready to go.
Lucky, why did you read that comment? Why you could just ignore it? Why that person is not a Jamaican? That person is not a Jamaican. That person is not a Jamaican. But in wrapping up, because I think Coach and I should be back here. Coach, we're doing relay Sunday night.
Me not even know, you know.
Guys, we're doing relay Sunday night.
But yeah, well.
Look here, man.
Yes, 5:30, you know. So if I early, me supposed to can do it today.
Guys, you want to join us for the relay on Sunday evening, 5:30 Jamaica time?
Let's see how the weekend goes.
A relay. Well, we will be doing the relay. We have to look at the relay and the selection of the team and people thinking some people not selected and all of those things. So Sunday night we're back here with the relays. But overall, so far we've looked at the field events, we've looked at the middle long distance, the quarter mile in both hurdles and flat four, and tonight, of course, the sprints, what we like so much. And Jamaica pretty much have a solid enough team going into. We will be in a lot of events. That I can tell you. Multiple people will be in a lot of events, and we will see the colors a lot going around. So we just want to speak positive over our athletes. We just want to send some positive energy, positive juice, positive conversation, and cover them, however. Lati, I give you 1 minute to say your wrap up, then Xavier, and then Coach.
World Championship 2025 in Tokyo will be an exciting one on the Jamaica pathways. It will also be a great one to watch globally and not just our own, because a lot of things is happening in the space of track and field, not just surrounding Jamaica. Whatever it is that we achieve as a country, I will give thanks for it. And I will still be appreciative of it because I can't do what they do. And therefore, whatever it is that we're able to achieve, it's still good.
All right. So we need to give thanks for track and field because it's a sport that brings nations together. It actually unites the world in one space in this time. It's going to be a good championship. I expect great things. And it will represent very well for every different country for different reasons. And for Jamaica, it's actually something that we look forward to and something that we'll enjoy. So looking forward to it. 8 days away, early morning, late night.
Mm-hmm.
So
need to get on the vitamins and whatever to stay awake.
Yeah.
Coach, what are your thoughts?
I'm looking forward to a good championship. From a track and field standpoint for me, not only Jamaica's standpoint, because I love track and field, so I go watch track and field. Yeah, I got a vested interest in Jamaica, but I'm also gonna be cautiously optimistic from a Jamaican standpoint too. Yeah, but I wish all the athletes good health as they go into their final preparation to unleash in Tokyo. But one thing I have a problem with, you know what, let me just leave it right there.
Speak, Coach, speak.
I don't want the conversation continue because I go leave. But I go say it here, man. You see, this thing where we're not getting in the practice for the 4x1.
Coach, leave it for Sunday, no, man.
That's why I say I never want to say it, but you say speak, it need to stop. Anyways, people, big up on yourself, big up the people in the chat, big up to Lataya and Xavier.
Yeah.
Big up to A3. Big up everybody who joined the show. Much respect. Final episode will be on Sunday, where we delve into the relays. I'm going to tell you what go on in our video before Sunday.
Hear that, guys? Please to share that video with me, guys. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, everyone, wherever you tuned in from, whichever continent it is all about track and field. When we meet And of course, our interest is Jamaica track and field legacy. So thank you, everyone. Thanks to everyone. There's so many names. We cannot call all the names. I'm seeing 90 odd names and I'm seeing 100 names. But thank you all for being here, and join us again Sunday night when we will talk about our favorite, the relays. 5 relays. We are in 5 relays, right, Coach? 5 relays. The mixed relay, the 4x1 for women, 4x1 for men, 4x4 for women, and 4x4 for men. And of course, we're going to have a solid discussion come Sunday evening, 5:30 Jamaica time. If you're in the US, 6:30 for some of us. But until Sunday, guys, thank you very much for being here. And remember my $1 million US. Remember that. Thank you guys very much for being here. Lati from Track and Field Taught.net, Lati and Xavier. Thank you very much for making the time out to come hang out with Coach Minzy and myself, Coach's Desk. Guys, please to go and subscribe to HP Chat Track Studio, Track and Field Taught.net, and the Coach's Desk. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend and eat your rice and peas early and come and join us at 5:30 Jamaican time. Peace. Wow, somebody giving me $1,000 already. Nice.
No, man, I know you're $1,000 that a Rocky Hill and Toffee Road are going
on.
Them
betting?
Them a bet say Jamaica gets.
And look how many.
I get less than 7 medals.
Well, when we do the prediction, we will see. Paris, we had high hopes and we got what, 5? So the rest of the world has caught up with us. So yeah. But guys, thank you very much for being here. Remember to go and subscribe, like, and share. HP Chat Track Studio, Track and Field Taught.net, and the Coach's Desk. We will see you Sunday night with more energy, more passion about Jamaica track and field legacy. Have a good night, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye. Bye.
Jamaica's track and field legacy is unmatched. It is a story of triumph, resilience, and extraordinary talent. But do you know the stories behind the athletes who brought us glory? Hi, I'm HP, founder of HP Chat Track. My mission is simple: to celebrate the rich legacy of Jamaica track and field and shine a light on the incredible people who make it happen. Winning that race was a dream come true, but the journey wasn't easy. It's not just about medals, it's about inspiring the next generation. Jamaica track and field isn't just a sport, it's our pride, our culture, our heart. Every week I sit down with athletes, coaches and fans to bring you stories of dedication, passion and legacy. Plus, we've got exciting news and exclusive insights into the world of track and field. Make your Thursday night be at HP's place. Come hang out with us at HP Chat Track Studio.